Hi, everybody. Very good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Hi.
Good afternoon.
How are you all doing?
Good. I'm
Well,
doing pretty well.
okay, great. Nice to hear that. Can you all turn on the video, please? Right, I see Suklin. I see Reena, Lalit, Isha, Manad, Arya, Ibrahim, Jaini, Dhriti. Okay, Srivalli, Trivedi, Riya, Sadhana, Pranjali, Ash. Real me, can you please rename yourself? Shivika, Jash. Aisha, please turn on the video. Pranjali Trivedi. Aisha, please turn on the video, guys. Real me, please rename yourself.
Hi, Bhanumati. This is Pranjali from the Zell Mentors team.
Hi, Pranjali. Sorry, I mistook you.
No problem.
Okay, all right. Okay, great. So let us start. I appeal to all of you to be on the video throughout the session. No turning it off, please. Okay. So we are just a handful of people, bunch of 25, that's it. Okay. So let us have an interactive session. Please keep it on throughout the session. Okay. We need more interaction in the session. Because we're only going to be spending the weekends. We're not meeting every day. Okay. So it's important that we stay connected at least over the weekend. Have a very effective session. Okay. Not a very passive and monotonous one. Okay. All right. So let us start with a quick introduction. Okay. So I'll introduce myself. My name is Bhanumati. As you all can see in the participants list. Okay. So I'm Bhanumati. I'll be doing MA with you all. Okay. I have completed my ACCA and I had a brief stint. I had a brief stint in management consulting in the beginning of my career for 3 to 4 years, and then I found my passion in teaching, and I've been teaching for the past 5 to 6 years. Okay, ACCA and CMA and other finance courses. Okay. Jenny, you can keep your video and have your lunch. We don't mind you eating. Okay. It's not a face-to-face session. I mean, it's not an offline session. So if you open your food, it's not going to distract others. Okay. So we are free to munch. We are free to have our food. We are free to be comfortable. Okay. But at the same time, I don't prefer anyone lying and listening. Okay. Slouching and listening. You can be at your own comfort, have your food, but please keep your video on and interact. Okay. No need to starve. Okay. All right. Now, so that is briefly about myself. I have done BT. I've taught BT. Now I've been doing MA. I'm not sure if any of you attended my BT lecture from here. Anyone? Driti, Krina. Okay, hi Krina. All right. Others? Only Krina. Okay, great.
Me also, ma'am.
Who is that? I couldn't.
I'm honored.
Monad. Hi, Monad. Okay, great. Krina, Monad. Okay, so some faces that I'm already familiar with, I guess. All right. Others, I'll get to know when you introduce yourself. Okay, and we will become familiar too soon. Okay. All right. So, yes, let us start. Who wants to go first? Shall we go in the order of alphabetical order? Ash. Ash, are you there? Hi, Ash. We couldn't hear you. Can you increase your volume? Can you check your mic?
It's audible now.
Is she audible? No.
She is, it's just that it's a very faint voice.
Ash, can you type it out in the chat box?
Okay, ma'am, sure.
Yeah, I mean there is one other Ash in my MA pro batch. I'm not sure, if it's the same. So I just want to know.
It's the
Yeah.
same.
Same. You've joined premium now.
Yes.
Okay, great. All right. Thanks, Ash. Yes, Monad, go on.
Sorry, my mic was on. I didn't realize.
All right. So, Arya Chakraborty.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Arya Chakraborty. I am from Kolkata. I am pursuing my BCom from Goenka College of Commerce and Business Administration, and I am currently in my fifth semester. And I have completed 4 papers of ACCA, and this MA will be my fifth paper.
What are the 4 papers?
Sorry, ma'am, 3 papers. This will be my fourth paper. Yeah.
Okay, so you're done with BT, FA, and law, is it?
Law. Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am.
Great. All right. That's great, Arya. Wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Avantika.
Hello, ma'am. This side Avantika Bharadwaj. I'm currently pursuing my BCom Honors degree from DU, Delhi.
Okay.
This is my first semester, and this is my second paper.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. First paper, what was the first paper? BT.
BT. Yeah.
All right. All the best, Avantika. Thank you. Aisha.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. My name is Aisha Kapadia and one second. Hello everyone, my name is Aisha Kapadia and sorry for the disturbance. So I'm currently pursuing BFM, that is Bachelor's in Financial Market from Mumbai only. I stay in Mumbai. So this will be my first paper for ACCA because I joined FA, but that was difficult for me. So I switched to MA. First, I'll complete my MA and then go to FA.
Okay, FA was difficult for you.
I joined it, but then I couldn't do it. So
Okay.
I checked the sequence. It is supposed to be like BT, MA, FA, and then law. So I'm trying to go in that sequence.
Okay, the sequence actually doesn't matter because these papers are completely unrelated.
Okay, ma'am.
But there is no compulsion that we'll have to follow the sequence. But usually, people go with BT followed by FA and MA because FA is, comparatively familiar. It's not easier. I'm not meaning to say that MA is difficult, but FA is relatively familiar because you guys would have studied financial accounting in 11th and 12th grade, is it? So
Yes,
it is just the same thing. It's going to be, repeated in your FA. So anyways, and MA is a completely new subject that you've not had any introduction before ever in your school or anything. Probably if you are pursuing a college, you might have done your costing or management accounting papers. Okay. All right. That's great, Aisha. Okay. Thank you. Wish you all the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, I left accounting 2 years back, so I don't have any idea of accounting. I forgot
I
the.
see. Okay. All right. No issues. You'll be able to pick up pace. Don't worry.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So Ashi's here. Ashita. Okay. She's Ashita. She's cleared her BT and she's going to give her FA exam next week and MA is a third paper. Okay. Great, Ashita. Thank you. Wish you all the best in this MA. All right. Next, who do we have? Bushra. Bushra, are you there? Bushra?
Hello, ma'am. This is me, Bushra Khan, and I'm from Uttar Pradesh, but currently I'm in Turkey. And yes, it is my third paper, MA.
Okay.
Yes,
Completed BT and FA, is it?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So you live in Turkey?
No,
Or-
ma'am. No, ma'am. I'm studying here.
You're studying there. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Great, Bushra. Is your video, we're not able to
Actually,
see you.
yes, ma'am. My video is open, but it's. I
Okay.
think there's a problem.
Okay. Okay. Can you try and fix it?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. Actually, it has a problem. I'll try. Next class, it will be.
All right, Bushra. Yeah. Thank you. All the best. Next, Dhriti. Hi, Dhriti.
Hi, ma'am. My name is Dhriti Solani, and I am currently in Tanzania. And I've completed my BT paper, and I'm preparing for my FA exam. So this is my third subject.
Awesome. That's great. All the best, Dhriti. Thank you.
Okay.
Chavi. Chavi Karda, are you there? Yes.
Ma'am, it's Chavi Karda. Yep.
Chavi. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chavi Karda. I'm from Indore, and MA is my third paper. I have prepared for FA, and this week I have my exam, and also my BT classes are also going on.
Okay, that's great.
And I'm also pursuing BCom with ACCA.
So you're basically doing 3 at a time. Your BCom, your BT, and your MA. Is it?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, there was BT class at this time only. I left that class and joined this.
Okay.
I
All right.
didn't want to miss this. Yeah,
No
the
issue.
first lecture.
That's okay. No issues. You'll be able to manage, I'm sure.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All the best, Chavi. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Ibrahim?
Yeah, hi ma'am. Hi guys, my name is Ibrahim Chinni. I'm from Gujarat, but right now I'm living in Dubai. I was born and brought up in Dubai, and currently I'm studying in Heriot University. I'm pursuing a Masters of Art in Business and Finance. Technically, it's bachelor's, but then I'm getting MA as an honor. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and MA, which is Management Accounting in this case. That's my first paper.
First paper in ACC. Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome. That's great, Ibrahim. All the best. Thank you.
thank you, ma'am.
Ujjwal. Ujjwal, are you there? I don't see you on the video. Okay, Ria. Ria Lobo. Are you there?
Hello, ma'am. I hope I'm audible. Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Riya Lobo. I am currently pursuing BCom from St. Andrews College, Mumbai. BT was my first paper, which I completed. I am going to give my FA paper now in about 2 weeks, and MA is my third subject.
Okay, that's great, Ria. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Keep your video on, no? Ria?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. So clean. You can go ahead.
Good afternoon, ma'am. My name is Sukhleen Singh. I'm from Kanpur, Uttar Pradesh. I'm pursuing BCom from Chhatrapati Shahuji Maharaj University. And with that, I'm doing ACCA, and I'd completed with BT paper, and it's my second paper, MA.
You're on which year? First year, second year?
I'm in first year.
Okay. All the best, Sukhleen. Thank you.
Thank you.
Prachi?
Hello.
Yes, we hear you.
I'm myself. Delhi University. And this is my first paper of ACCA.
All right. So you're doing bachelor's in Delhi University and this is your first paper. Okay. Which year do you belong
Yes, ma'am. I'm Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh.
Which year do you belong to?
Okay. First.
First year. Okay, great. All right, Prachi. Thank you. All the best. Zayed. Zayed, are you there? Yes.
Hello, am I audible now?
You are audible. Yes.
Yes, my name is Zaid Al-Gawi. I completed my engineering 2 years ago, and now I'm looking out to change my career, so I'm opted for ACCA. This is my
Okay.
first lecture.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
What's
thank
the
you.
reason? What's the reason for this sudden decision?
We have good opportunities here, actually, here in Yemen for for ACCA,
Where are
and they
you?
are looking out. I am from Yemen, but I was in India before 2 years,
Okay. All
so I
right.
completed my graduation in India.
Okay. All right. So you see good scope for ACCA there.
A lot because we have NGOs here and the United Nations also here. So they're looking out for professionals who are coming from ACCA background and
Oh.
CFA like this.
Okay. That's great. All the best, Syed.
Yes, thank you very much.
Keep your video on, please, throughout the session.
Gee, the network is interrupting, so it's
Okay. All right.
automatically disconnecting. That's why.
Okay, no issues. Sadhana, yes. Would you like to go ahead? Sadhana, we're not hearing you. I think your mic is having some issues. You can type it out in the chat box. All right, Shivika. Yes.
Hi, I'm Shivika. I'm from Jaipur. Currently, I'm pursuing business management from City University of London. This would be my second paper, and my first paper would be FA, which I'll be giving very soon.
You are going to appear for FA soon.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. So BD is pending.
yes.
Okay. All right. Great, Shivika. Thank you. All the best. Jash.
Hello everyone, myself Jai Singh and I'm from Mumbai, currently pursuing BAF second year, and this is my second paper MA and I'm done with my FA paper.
Okay, great. All the best, Jash. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Trivedi. Hi, Trivedi.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Trivedi Nakul. I have completed my first two paper, which is BT and FA, and this is my third paper. And also I am prepared. Also, I am going for BCom.
Okay, great. Where are you based in?
I am from Bhavnagar, Gujarat.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Trivedi. All the best.
Ma'am, it's Nakul. Trivedi is my
All
name.
right. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Thank you, Nakul. Shrivalli.
Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Srivalli. I live in Chennai and I'm pursuing my BCom Marketing Management from MOP Vaishnav College for Women. And I'm just stepping into this wonderful journey, and this is going to be my first paper. Thank you.
Awesome. Wish you all the best, Shrivalli.
Thank you.
All right. Yes, Mohanad, would you like to go?
I am Mohanad. I studied 11, 12 from Science, PCB. Currently, I'm pursuing ACCA. I've given my BT paper, preparing for FA, and this is my third subject. And I've just enrolled in Jamia for BCom in International Business and Finance from Business Education.
Great. All the best, Mohanad. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Isha.
Hello, everybody, and I'm Isha. I am currently based out in Hyderabad. I have had the chance to live in different cities, hence I did not have commerce in my 12th, so my path to finance is a little bit unconventional, but I'm excited to be here. MA is going to be my first paper, and I'm looking forward to learning with you all.
That's awesome. Thank you, Isha. All the very best.
Thank you.
Okay. Mehul.
Hi, I am Mehul from Bhopal. I'm currently pursuing BCom Banking Finance from Jharkhand University, and this will be my first paper.
First paper.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mehul. All the best. Lalit? Yes.
Hi everyone, this is Lalit. So I'm from Delhi. So I've done my graduation and post graduation. I'm working professional, and so I have done with lectures of FA, but I have not given exam yet. So BT paper was exempted for me. So this is like my third paper, but I have not given FA yet. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Thank
you. And can you talk a little bit about your profile, job profile?
Yes, yeah. So I have done graduation in computer science.
Okay.
So, but my MBA wasn't in finance, and I have started CA in my early days after 12, but I have left it. So now currently I'm working in IT firm.
All right. So it's not related, your job is not related to accounts or finance, is it?
It is FP&A based profile, but is not related to that. So I thought to give it this CA exam back. Then I have heard about this ACCA, so I have enrolled for it. Yeah.
Oh, great. All the best.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
thank you. All right. So here we have Sadhana. Sadhana Singh is from Mumbai. She's in the second year of BCom and she's given her FA exam. She is attending BT lecture as well along with MA. All right, that's great, Sadhana. All the best. Realme. Okay, so Aryan. So Aryan, you can rename yourself actually. It shows your mobile name. You can rename yourself. So Aryan, for Aryan, this is the fourth paper with Zell along with BCom, and Aryan is from Mumbai. Okay. All right. All the best, Aryan. Thank you. Angus Sarvesh. Sarvesh, is it? Hi, Sarvesh. Are you there? Good afternoon, Sarvesh. Your mic is not working. All right. Please try and fix it, no? At the earliest. The next class, we'd love if you could turn on and speak a few words, okay? All right. Now, for now, you can introduce yourself in the chat box. All right. Have I covered everybody? Janie, I guess Janie needs to go.
Yes, ma'am. Hello, everyone. Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Jamie and I'm basically from Ahmedabad, Gujarat. I'm BBA graduate and I've done BBA from GLS University. So I've decided to do MBA, but I didn't get the admission in college that I want to take in. So my brother told me to do ACCA. He said that MBA is for now is not good. Like he says to do ACCA because it's better than MBA. So I decided to do ACCA and I got exemption for first BT paper, and this is my first lecture with Zell Education.
Okay,
And
so MA is your first paper, is it?
yes. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right, Janie. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So I think we've covered everybody, right? Anybody who is missing out here in the introduction part? Hi, Krina. Yes. Your mic isn't working, Krina? Okay. Yes, Ujjwal, you can go ahead. Ujjwal?
Hello everyone. My name is Ujjwal Bajaj.
Mhm.
I'm from New Delhi. I have started my ACCA journey in April month. I am currently doing my MBA from Symbiosis International University, Pune. I have given my FA exam in July. Then I took a 2-month break and I'm continuing with my third paper.
Okay, Great. All the best, Ujjwal. Thank you. Anish Sinha. Anish, are you there? Sarvesh, are you there? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Anish. Please introduce yourself.
Yes, ma'am. I'm Anis Sinha. I've just passed my 12th standard.
Okay.
And it's my second paper. I'm attending 2 lectures, FA and MA at the same time.
Okay. Can you turn on your video, Anish?
I have some issues related to my video, ma'am.
Okay.
From next class, I will turn on.
Sure. All right. Thank you. All the best. Shanmugapriya.
Yes, ma'am. Hello. So I'm Shanmugapriya. I'm from Tamil Nadu, but I'm currently pursuing my BBA from Christ University, Bangalore. This is going to be my third paper. I've done my FA in July, and I'm planning to write my BT this week. And yeah, that's about me.
That's great, Shanmugapriya. All the best.
Thank you.
Your video isn't working?
Just give me a minute.
Sure. Okay, so Krina is pursuing BCom from NM College, Mumbai, and MA will be her third paper. She's done with BT and FA. All right. She's preparing for BT. Okay. All the best, Krina. Thank you. Sujal.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Sujal.
Yes, this is my second paper, MA.
This
My
is
name
your
is
second paper, okay. All right, we hear you at a very low voice.
Wait.
Okay. Now you're not audible at all. Anyways, so this is your second paper. You've already started with the ACCA journey. That I get it.
ma'am.
Yes. All the best. Okay. Thank you all. I think everybody's done with the introduction. Yes. Okay, great. All right. So nice meeting you all here. And I look forward to having a smooth, wonderful journey together for the next few months over the weekends. Okay. And now we'll start with MA as a paper. I know for a few of you, it is the first paper. So I'm not sure if you have had any orientation. If you're aware of the ACCA structure, the various papers, the linkage between the different papers and stuff. Do you want me to cover it?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to be using Excel as my tool for, teaching. This is a practical paper, so we'll be doing all the problems, illustrations, everything on the Excel, using Excel. Okay, so I'm going to be using very simple formulas, probably some, sum, which is addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. Okay, we are not going to do with any other formulas in Excel. So it's a very simple, methodology that I'm going to adopt. Okay. Now, coming to ACCA. ACCA stands for
Association, Chartered Certified Accountant.
Association of Certified
Certified Accountant.
So it is not Certified Chartered Accountants, it is Chartered Certified Accountants. Is that okay? Okay, so we're called Chartered Certified Accountants, not Certified Chartered Accountants. Okay, all right. So we have, to become a member of this body ACCA, we have to go through certain requirements. Okay, first is, of course, our examination. We have 13 papers of examination. And then we have ethics module. Then we have practical experience requirement. We complete all these 3 requirements. We become member of ACCA. Okay. All right. So now also you are in a way affiliated to ACCA only as students. Okay. So you're called affiliate members. Once you complete all these 3 requirements, you become a member, associate member. Once you complete 5 years of experience as an ACCA in the industry, you can call yourself as a fellow member. Okay. So after 5 years of experience, you become FCCA, not ACCA. Okay. All right. So this is about the introduction to ACCA. Now in this 13 papers, we can broadly divide them into knowledge level, skill level, and professional level. Okay, so we are dividing these 13 papers into knowledge level papers, skill level papers, and professional level papers. So in the knowledge level, we have BT, FA, and MA. Okay. Why is it knowledge level? Because we are only going to get knowledge here. We are going to grab all the basic knowledge required to, build our ACCA, journey. Okay. So BT, provides you all the basic knowledge about business, commerce, audit, and finance. Okay. So you understand what it is. Okay. What is audit? What is accounting? What is internal controls? What is a business? What are business organizations? So you understand about all these basics in your BT. In your MA and FA, we are going to, we'll be learning about accounting techniques. Okay. MA deals with management accounting, FA deals with financial accounting. We will be understanding the difference between financial accounting and management accounting very soon in the first chapter. Okay. Now, in your skill level, you have law, taxation, financial reporting, your audit and assurance, financial management, and of course, PM. Okay. Performance management. These are the 6 papers in the skill level. Now, skill level is where you will be using the knowledge from the knowledge level, and you will be, advancing in those lines and developing skills related to that. Okay. Decision-making skills in performance management. In taxation, you will learn how to prepare a tax return. Okay. Financial reporting, you'll understand, you'll develop the skill of, applying the accounting standards. Okay. So this is where you basically start with applying your knowledge. Okay. So in these papers, you'll not just be learning the concepts, but you will also be applying the concepts you learned in a practical scenario. Okay. So your questions would be case study based. Okay. If it's a 2-marker, you'll have a very small case. If it's a 10-marker, you'll have a little bigger case. If it's a 50-marker, you'll have a much bigger case. Okay. So it's all a practical scenario that you will be tested on. Okay. Next is professional level, wherein you will be actually treated as a professional by the examiner. As a professional, when you are presented with a situation by your client, how do you navigate through that situation? How do you help your client to achieve the goal? Okay, so achieve their goals. So that is basically professional level. Here's where you not only use your knowledge, apply your knowledge, but also you'll be entering into the shoes of a professional, make decisions, analyze, evaluate the situation, create solutions. Okay, so these are the things that you do in the professional level. Okay, so in professional level, you have SBL, Strategic Business Leadership, Strategic Business Reporting, SBR. These are compulsory papers. Okay. Then you have some optional papers, AAA, ATX taxation, APM, advanced performance management, and AFM, advanced financial management. You can choose any 2 out of these 4. Okay. So depending on your interest, you can choose the papers. So this is briefly about the structure. Now, with regard to MA is in the knowledge level. The related paper and skill level is PM, and in professional level is APM. Okay, so these three papers are interlinked. And it's related to some extent, our MA and PM are related to financial management as well, to some extent. Okay, probably to some to about 10% or so. Okay, so this is the linkage. All right. Only if you work on your MA concepts thoroughly, your PM is going to be a smooth journey. And if at all you choose to do APM, that's going to be another smooth journey. Okay, right. That is briefly about the ACCA structure and stuff. Once you're done with the examinations, you will be required to do ethics module, which is very simple. Okay, some 10 to 20 hours of ethics learning you'll have to record in your ACCA, my ACCA portal, and attempt questions and pass with the required percentage. Practical experience requirement is nothing but your experience, work-life experience. Okay, so you need to have 3 years of work experience to become a member. That's it. Okay, so that's all about ACCA orientation as such. Okay, any questions specifically here? No, right? All right, now we'll start with our management accounting. What do you mean by accounting? Any idea? Yes, Ash. What do you understand by accounting?
Ma'am, may I?
Yes, go ahead.
Ma'am, management accounting is related to management, like managing your management in like casting related.
Costing related.
How, yes, ma'am, like how much material is there, labor, and all this.
Okay. That's great. Bushra, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great, Bushra. Yes, Ujjwal, tell me.
Ma'am, according to the books, accounting is the art of recording, analyzing, and summarizing the day-to-day operations.
Yes, very good. That's right, Ujjwal. So as your friends say, Bushra and Ujjwal, accounting means it's basically collecting, recording, summarizing all your transactions. Okay. So in a business, there are a lot of transactions that happen on a day-to-day basis. And it's important that these transactions are collected, they are recorded, they are summarized and analyzed to create some reports. Okay. Using those reports, management can get a visibility on what's happening, how the business is. So without numbers, without reports, do you think you'll have visibility on your business? No, right? So as an entrepreneur, if you need to know where you stand, where exactly the business is in, we need reports. We need to gather these data, analyze these data, and create reports to get visibility. Okay, so that is basically the motto of accounting. All right. Now, accounting has many branches. One is financial accounting, which most of you are aware of. Then we have management accounting. Then we have cost accounting. Okay. Now, financial accounting, which is your FA, is basically it deals with recording all the financial data. Okay, your financial transactions, your incomes, your expenses, your purchase of assets, your liabilities. Okay, all the financial transactions are captured, recorded, classified, summarized, and analyzed in financial accounting. For what purpose? For what purpose? For the purpose of reporting on, the financial performance, and position to outsiders. Okay. See, if you take an organization, okay, let's say a company has shareholders. Shareholders are the owners. Owners are not in the company. They are not associated with the company in the day-to-day basis, right? They are completely outside of the organization. They have invested their money and they have appointed board of directors to manage the business, and that's it. They're out of the show. Okay. They have other stuff to take care of. Okay. So they do not know how the company is managed on a day-to-day basis, but they have put their money. So they would definitely like to know what has been the profits for the last year, or for the for the past periods, right? How the business is, where what's the financial position? Okay, so they like to know about all these stuff, right? And we have bankers. If we go to the bank to get a loan, bankers will definitely ask for our financial performance and position, because only if they are convinced that the company is in a good position, if we process the loan, it will be able to repay it within the stipulated period, they will be processing the loan, correct? So we need financial statements to present to the bankers for processing the loans. We need financial statements to convince the investors, other finance providers, okay, to understand about our business and make their investment decisions, okay? Potential customers like big corporate customer or big corporate supplier. Okay, so if we want to get business from corporate clients, okay, if we want to associate with corporate suppliers, before they sign a deal with us, they'd like to understand our performance. Okay, so for all these reasons, we need reports, financial reports, and financial accounting provides us with all the financial reports like your profit or loss account, balance sheet, statement of cash flows, okay? There is statement of changes to equity. So these are all the financial statements that we will be preparing with the help of financial accounting techniques, okay? So the purpose is only to create these financial statements, that's it. And these financial statements are for external users like shareholders, customers, suppliers, bankers, finance providers, government, regulators. Okay, government wants all the tax returns, annual reports, everything to be filed every year with the registrar of companies and appropriate tax to be paid. Okay, so for all these reasons, we need financial statements. And by financial statements, we are only referring to a set of 5 statements like P&L, balance sheet, a statement of cash flows, statement of changes to equity, and there's notes to accounts. Notes to accounts will have the breakup of major figures in these statements. For example, if balance sheet says non-current assets, £5 million, $5 million. If you want to know what is there in that $5 million, what is there in the non-current assets, you can go to the notes to accounts to see, okay, non-current assets, note number 5, it consists of property, land worth this much, property, plant and equipment worth this much. There are some other non-current assets worth this much, building worth this much. So you can understand the breakup from the notes to accounts. That's it. Okay. So these are the set of 5 statements that you will be preparing with the help of financial accounting techniques. Can one of you summarize this point, please? Anybody who's willing to summarize financial accounting?
I can go ahead.
Yes, please.
So financial accounting helps us understand about a company's position and performance. That's the main idea of financial accounting. And it includes 5 categories. We have the P&L account, balance sheets, notes to accounts, changes in equity, and I think I'm missing one.
Changes to equity, notes to
flow. Cash flows, yes.
All right, thank you. Okay, so now we have a good idea about what is financial accounting. So whatever, journal, ledger, books of prime entry. What are books of prime entry? Your purchase day book, sales day book, purchase return, sales return book. Okay, you have a proper book register to record all the sales. That is sales day book. Record all the purchases in purchase day book, purchase returns in purchase returns book, sales returns in sales returns book. Okay. Then you have cash book to record all the cash receipts and cash payments, right? So you have all these registers. You keep on recording all these transactions in different registers on a daily basis. Any accounting adjustments like depreciation, which cannot be entered in any of these books, you pass it as a journal entry. Okay, so you have journal also. So you maintain all these books along with journal. And then you post all these transactions to ledger accounts. Okay, and then from ledger account, it goes to trial balance. From trial balance, you can create all these reports: income statement, balance sheet, cash flow, changes to equity, and all that. That's it. Financial accounting is done. Okay. And these reports have to be filed with the Registrar of Companies at the end of every financial year. And with the Register of Companies, once it is filed, it becomes a public document. That means anybody can access it. If you want to know what's the income statement and balance sheet of Reliance Industries, just go to MCA website, Ministry of Corporate Affairs in India. Okay, Ministry of Corporate Affairs. You just look up for Reliance Industries, okay, in the search field, and type in the, whatever the required fields, and you will be able to see all the public documents of Reliance. Okay. Upon paying some nominal fee of 100 rupees, you can access all these public documents. Okay. If you want to put in your money into Reliance, invest shares in Reliance stock, you want to analyze their finance, right? So you can, grab these reports, do your fundamental analysis, understand how the company is doing, and then make your investment decisions. Okay. So that's about financial accounting. Now, coming to management accounting. So what is management accounting? Here also we are preparing reports. Okay. But in management accounting, we are preparing reports not for the outsiders. We are preparing reports for the insiders. Okay. Reports for the insiders or internal users. Okay. Now, who are the internal users of the organization? Management, board of directors, senior managers, divisional managers, departmental managers, operational managers. They are the internal people along with employees.
TCWG.
Yes.
TCWG also.
TCWG, right, very good. So TCWG stands for those who charged with governance. Those charged with governance. Basically, TCWG is a term that's used to denote board of directors in ACCA. Okay. Who are those charged with governance in the organization? That is board of directors. Okay. So all these internal people, they need some reports in order to make decisions regarding the business. Okay. Decisions can be short term and decisions can be long term as well. Correct. In the short term, let's say you want to become an entrepreneur. Okay, you're setting up your business. What would be the various decisions you might be required to take? Can you think?
Number of workers to be hired.
Very good.
Number of equipments, plant and machineries to be purchased, capital investment.
Very good.
The materials to be bought.
Very good. Yes. Any other answers?
Predicted cost.
Sorry?
Predicted cost.
Projected cost. Okay. Okay. You need to understand or estimate the cost per unit. Okay. All right.
Not
great.
preparing a cost sheet.
preparing cost sheet. Okay, because that's too technical. But anyways, that's the right answer only. So now let me tell you, if you become an entrepreneur, first of all, you need to decide which industry to enter into, correct? Don't you think you're making a decision there? What is a decision? A choice that you make is a decision. That's it. Wherever you're required to choose among the options, wherever you're required to make a choice, that's where you're making a decision. Okay. And these decisions cannot be made blindly. Okay. You did not blindly choose to do ACCA. You did your research. You gathered information. You understood the scope of ACCA. You understood the demand. You understood various aspects relating to ACCA, and then you decided to pursue it. So decisions are not blindly made. Even in business, decisions, for it to be effective, it has to be based on solid research and information. Okay. Now, it is the duty of management accountants to provide these internal users, to provide these managers, board of directors, with all the relevant information required for making decisions. Okay. So whatever decisions managers are going to make, any information relating to the decision, the management accountant will provide to the manager. Now the manager can go through those information, okay, become aware of it, and then make an informed decision. Once he makes an informed decision, it will be effective. Okay. Now, ultimately, what is the objective of an organization? Typically, if we take a profit-oriented organization, the objective is to maximize profit. Okay. Now, any decision that is taken will be towards maximizing profit only. And the decision, if it has to be effective in, increasing the profits, maximizing the profit, it needs to be based on solid information. Management accountants provides all the relevant reports for decision making. Okay. So if you are an entrepreneur, you have to decide which industry to enter into. Once you've decided the industry, you need to decide which product to launch, which product to produce and sell. Okay. Do you want to produce and sell as a manufacturer, or do you just want to trade, buying and selling, buying finished goods and selling just as an intermediary trader? Okay. You need to decide your business model. Okay. You need to decide your capital requirements based on the scale of operation. Do you want to operate as a small scale player or a large scale player or a mid-sized firm? Decide on that. Then, what should be your source of capital? Are you going to use your own money, bootstrap your company? Or are you going to, get outside investors to invest in your business as well? Are you going to take a bank loan? Okay. So what is the source of funds? Should you, purchase a machinery required for production, or should you hire it on rental basis? Should you employ a full-time staff, or should you, hire somebody on a freelance basis? Should you, what selling price should you sell your product at? Don't you think these are all the various decisions you will be taking? And these are all short-term decisions, right? These are not long-term decisions. These decisions have to be taken immediately in the short run. Okay. Within 1 month to 3 months max, right? So for all these questions, your management accountant comes to rescue. Okay. He will give you all the information that is required for you to make all these decisions. That's it. Okay. So that's all about management accounting. It's for internal users. It helps management decision making. That's it. Okay. Now, do we have any reports here? Yes, we do have reports, but we don't have any standard reports like P&L, balance sheet, cash flow and stuff. These are all mandatory reports that every company, every organization has to prepare. It's mandated by law. Companies Act 2013 in India, Companies Act 2006 in the UK. Okay, and many other companies act across various nations. They require organizations in their respective nation to prepare these financial statements and file it with the regulators. So it is a mandatory requirement. It is a statutory requirement. But management accounting reports are not required by statute because it's only for internal users. No law is forcing any company to have a management accountant or to prepare management accounting reports. It is completely for the convenience of the management. Okay. So now what kind of reports then are prepared? Any report that is deemed relevant. Okay. If you want to know who are the top 5 clients in my organization, ask the management accountant to send a report on the top 5 clients. How much is the contribution, revenue-wise contribution for the last month? That is a report. If you want to know how many customers have outstanding debts for more than 90 days, more than 3 months, how many of them have not paid us? Okay, ask them to create a report. They will generate the list of customers who have outstanding balance for more than 90 days. That is a report. Okay, you want to know product-wise revenue, market segment-wise revenue, cost analysis. Okay, this is the total production cost. Now, what goes into this production cost? Can I get an analysis of this production cost? Does it consist of rent, electricity, material cost, labor cost? How much does it, how much each of it is accounting for? You want to get a cost analysis? Ask the accountant. You want to create a budget for the next year? Ask the management accountant. Okay. You want an estimate of cost per unit of a product. Okay, what is the cost I'm incurring to produce 1 unit of a product? Management accountant will give you cost per unit. Okay. So these are all the various reports that you can typically prepare in management accounting. Okay. So in management accounting, we prepare budgets, cost cuts, variance analysis reports. Okay, what are variance analysis? You have created a budget. You have also gathered all your actual results. Now you're comparing your actual results with your budgeted results to see if there is any difference or deviation from the budget plan. Is the actual deviating from the budget plan? To what extent is the deviation? That is there in the variance analysis report. Difference between actual revenue and budgeted revenue. Okay. Difference between actual material cost, budgeted material cost. Difference between actual labor cost, budgeted labor cost. Everything you can see in the variance report. Like that, you can have any report that is deemed relevant for management decision making, for to improve the effectiveness, efficiency of business. Okay, right. So the role of management accountant is to help managers make better decisions, help managers improve the effectiveness and efficiency of business so that the overall business goals, organizational goals are achieved smoothly. That's it. Okay. Now, coming to cost accounting. What's cost accounting? Here, we try and estimate the cost per unit of a product. It can be cost per unit of a product. Okay. Aisha has a question. Why does budget comes under management accounting? So Aisha, budget is what? It is a plan for the future, correct? Now, who wants a plan? Management wants a plan for the future because they are going to run the show, run the business. So they want to set a plan and then run the business according to the plan. So plan is important for them to have control. If there is no plan, they cannot have control of the actual operations, correct? Only if you have a target, you will be able to have control of your own activities. You set a target for MA exam date. Okay, this is September end, October, November. 15th December max is my deadline for MA exam. I want to clear it by 15th December. You've set a target. Now you can control your everyday performance. If I want to complete on 15th December, every week I have to cover 2 chapters at least or 3 chapters at least. So only when you have a plan, you're able to have control. So for management, they need a plan to have control over the operations. A plan is not needed for outsiders like shareholders. They only want results. Outsiders want results, not plan. So budgets are for managers. Okay. That's why it's a management accounting report. Clear, Aisha? Yes, Aisha. Only 5 financial statements come under FA. Okay. Nothing more than that. Now, coming to cost accounting. So cost accounting is where we try to estimate the cost per unit of a product, or cost per unit of service, or cost per job. Okay. So if you are if you're providing some customized service or customized product, you call it a job. Okay. Because the products are not identical. We want to know the cost of the job, cost per unit of a product or service or process. You do cost accounting. Cost accounting techniques helps you estimate the cost per unit. That's it. Okay. So here, to estimate the cost per unit, you need to record the cost. You need to code the cost. Every cost item needs to be coded with a unique code, and it should be recorded. It should be gathered. It should be analyzed. You should understand the different types of costs. There are fixed costs that remain fixed. In the short run, there are variable costs that vary. In the long run also, in the short run also. So you understand the cost behavior, how different costs are impacted by different activity levels. Okay. So you study everything about cost. How can we classify cost? How do various costs behave? How do we record it? How do we analyze it? How do we come up with cost per unit estimate? All this is done in costing. Clear? Clear with these 3 types of accounting? Any questions? No? All right.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, tell me.
Ma'am, this function of cost accounting is also relevant to management accounting too, because they also help in ascertaining the cost of the product.
Exactly. I'm coming to that. So I was about to come to that. So cost accounting is a part of management accounting, even though, you know, we call it as 3 separate branches of accounting. They are indeed not separate. They are intertwined. Okay. Costing has become a part of management accounting. Why? Why? Any idea? See, costing deals with costing, estimating the cost per unit, understanding cost behavior and stuff. Why is it part of management accounting? Any idea?
Because management wants to increase the profit by minimizing the cost. And so cost accounting comes under management accounting.
Very good.
And also, ma'am, cost card will be a part of cost accounting, which is a part of management accounting, right?
Cost card is a report, yes. Cost card is a report that you prepare under.
You mentioned that cost card comes under management accounting, correct?
Yes.
But it
Very
should
good.
come under cost accounting.
Now cost accounting becomes part of management accounting.
Yes.
So cards can become part of management accounting reports. Very good, Aisha. Amazing. Right. So as Aisha rightly pointed out, see, if you want to maximize profits, ultimately management accountants help management maximize profits by making better decisions. And how do you maximize profit? One, you can increase your revenue. The other way, you can reduce the cost. Profit is a function of revenue minus cost. That's it. Now, revenue you cannot increase beyond a certain point. Selling price you cannot increase beyond a certain point because you will lose competitiveness in the market. Okay, if you increase the selling price beyond a certain limit. And demand also will saturate at one point. It will grow with advertising, everything, promotional offers and everything, but at one point it will become saturated. Okay. When you have grabbed major share in the market, it will be saturated. So the only way you can maximize profit is by reducing cost or controlling cost. So it's important that you understand costing for management accounting purpose as well. So hence, costing becomes part of management accounting. And only if you know the cost per unit and stuff. Cost per unit is not a small thing. It may be a very small aspect, but it is fundamental for everything else in management accounting. Without knowing the cost per unit, you cannot create a budget, first of all. You cannot set your selling price, first of all, without knowing the cost per unit. Without knowing the cost per unit, you cannot assess the profitability of the product. Okay, you cannot decide whether to launch the product or not. So to assess the profitability of the product, to make decisions regarding product launches, to create a budget for everything, to set your selling price for everything, you need cost per unit as the fundamental basic information. Hence, cost accounting is a major part of management accounting. Am I clear? Everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you guys fine with my style of teaching so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If it's too much of explanation or if it is too less of information, you let me know. Okay, from the first session itself, I will try and accommodate your feedbacks. Okay, your requirements, and we'll work together. Okay, at the end of the day, I want all of you to understand the various concepts that we discuss in the class, and you should be able to smoothly work out the questions during the weekdays. Okay. All right, there should not be any difficulties for you. All right. So it's important that we work together from day one. You can feel free to reach out to me. Okay. Over WhatsApp or anything. I am there in the group. Okay. Right. Let us start with chapter 1 now. So okay, before we start with chapter 1, just let's go through the syllabus flow. Chapter 1 gives us an introduction to management accounting. Okay. Then there is a section on data analysis and statistical techniques. Do you know why all of a sudden we have data analysis coming into accounting? Why data analysis in accounting? Any idea? No idea. What is accounting? Tell me. Yes.
Ma'am, actually, here data analysis is describing as that the past data, like whatever we do in the past, we compare with the current data, or comparing with future data, that what we are going to make in the future, what changes we will be made, so that we will go our company in a well and good way. So that's why I think that's why there is a analyzing of data is there.
That's right. So what is data? See, accounting is all about collecting data, analyzing the data, correct? So for accounting, you need data as the raw material. So we need to know how to gather data, how to analyze the data, how to get whatever information we need out of it. Okay, so for that reason, we have data analysis and statistical techniques as one chunk. Here we basically gather all the data from the past. We analyze the past data because from our experience, we can understand a lot, we can learn a lot, and we can plan for the future accordingly. Okay, so we learn about data analysis, simple data analysis techniques in this chunk. Okay, through that, we can forecast our future revenues. We can estimate the future cost and stuff like that. Okay, then cost accounting techniques. So once we have understood data analysis, how to gather and analyze data, next we are moving to costing. As I told you, costing becomes the fundamental aspect of management accounting. Without having the cost per unit figure, you cannot really do much in management accounting. So it's important that you know how to calculate or estimate the cost per unit. It is an estimation, it is not a calculation. Okay. Calculation is when you have the actual cost in hand. But cost per unit you are estimating before even you start your production. Before you start your business, you are estimating the cost per unit. Why? Only then you can set a selling price. Because once you start production, don't you think you will start selling simultaneously? Today, if you produce 20 units, you would want to try selling it today itself, no? Would you wait for 2 months to pile up your stock and then start selling? No, not at all. We produce and sell at the same time. It's important to set the selling price before we commence production. For us to set the selling price, we need cost per unit details. Okay, what is the cost per unit? How much is the profit I'll get from this product? What is the selling price? And without the cost per unit, you cannot create a budget. Without budget, you cannot start production. You need a budget. How much am I going to produce? Production budget. How much am I going to sell? Sales budget. For everything, you need cost per unit details. Correct? So we understand costing techniques in the next chunk. Okay, accounting for material tells you how to figure out, trace the material cost per unit. Accounting for labor tells you how to trace the labor cost per unit. Accounting for overheads tells you how to trace or allocate overhead cost to every unit. Then you also understand various methods of costing like absorption costing, marginal costing, batch costing, process costing. We'll discuss all of it. Okay. So everything is costing in this chunk. Okay. So first step is costing in business. Once you have the cost per unit, you can create a big budget, full plan. Yeah. So you know the material cost per unit, you know the labor cost per unit, you know what are the various overheads you are going to incur for the next upcoming period. Put everything together in the budget as a plan. Okay. So that is budgeting. In budgeting, you don't budget only for material cost, labor cost, overheads. You also budget for your capital expenditure requirements. If you're planning to purchase a machinery in the next 1 year, it's a long-term decision. You're going to purchase a machinery worth 1 crore. You cannot do it overnight. You start planning for it much in advance. It's a long-term decision. You start mobilizing funds for it much in advance. So it's a long-term plan. So you also learn about capital budgeting, which is for capital expenditures in the future. Okay. Once you have created a budgets, you roll out your plan. Budget is a plan. You roll it out, meaning you implement the plan. Everybody start working towards achieving the plan. Okay. Production department is working towards achieving the budgeted production. Sales department is working towards achieving the budgeted sales. Every department is working towards achieving the budgeted targets. But if they are fortunate, they will be able to achieve it. Sometimes they are not fortunate, they fail. Okay, they fall short of the plan. Correct? Their actual results they produce, they may be favorable or unfavorable when compared to the plan. Correct? The actual results may be better than the target, or it can fall short of the target also. Okay. So you want to know where we stand with regard to the plan. So at the end of the budget period, let's say you've created a budget from Jan to March. Okay, during Jan to March, everybody worked towards achieving the budget. Okay, whatever their actual results achieved, they are recorded. At the end of March, management accountant sits, collects all the actual results, compares it against the budget to see how much is the variance or deviation from the budgeted targets. That is variance analysis. We understand variance analysis in the next chunk. So costing, budgeting, variance analysis. Now, yes, we have variance. Okay. Our budgeted revenue, our actual revenue is less than the budgeted revenue. Why? See, from the variance report, you know how much is it? How much is the variance? You understand how much is the variance in terms of amount, dollars. Okay. But if you want to know why you need to measure the performance of sales team. Okay. Is it because the sales team is not capable enough of reaching the targets, or is it because of any other factors like product quality issues? Because of product quality issues, the product is not selling in the market, or is it because of any other factors? So you need to measure the performance, measure the quality of the product, measure the efficiency of employees, laborers, okay, measure the effectiveness of sales executives. Okay, so measure performance in every area of business so that you can improve the performance at least in the next upcoming budget period. Okay, so that is called performance measurement. To improve the overall business performance, you have to measure performance in each and every area. Okay, so this is all about the syllabus flow. We understand what we are going to learn in this particular subject? Yes? Okay. Yes, Aisha, tell me.
Ma'am, what is overhead accounting?
We'll come to that. Overhead means indirect cost, that's it. You know direct and indirect cost? Okay.
No,
So
ma'am.
overhead is nothing but indirect cost. We'll come to that. Okay. So do you think this subject is interesting? How many of you feel it is interesting? Aisha, Ujjwal, okay.
I can't find
Avantika,
the raise my hand option, but I find it interesting too.
you find it interesting? Okay.
The same for me.
Yeah.
I cannot find the hand raise. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, voice breaking. I think I have some network issues. Not able to hear you all properly. Okay. So, all right, that's great. Good to see you guys. You know, interested in these things. Great. So, it's all going to help you. So, I see a lot of you having your videos off. Please keep it on throughout the session. With just a small bunch of people, I want to be connected with each and every one of you here. Please, can you guys cooperate with me? Everybody, Jash, Shivika, Sarvesh, Shanmugapriya, Aryan. Yes, please keep it on throughout. Only during break, we turn it off. Okay, during breaks, 10-15 minutes, we can turn it off. But rest of the time, it's important that you are present on video because it helps you focus. When you are on video, you are conscious. You got to focus. You will not get distracted easily when you are on camera. Okay. First benefit is that. Second benefit, I'll be able to, connect with you very easily. Okay. Otherwise, I'm just talking to boxes, black boxes, right? So if I can see you, my quality of lecture will improve. Okay. That is another reason, right? So there are two important reasons that I urge or insist on keeping the video on. Right. Time is 3:25. So we started around 2:10 or so. Shall we go for a break? Okay. So I might disconnect for a few minutes in the break, but don't worry, I'll join back. Okay, I'm just going to restart my system. Okay, to fix my network issues. But we can take a 15 minutes break and we'll assemble back by 3:40 p.m. IST. Okay, all right.
Ma'am, one small doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. Ma'am, to complete all these chapters, how long does it take to cover up an entire syllabus
Okay.
usually?
So usually we spend 60 hours, 50 to 60 hours for weekend batches. Okay, for weekday it is a little more. So if we're spending 6 hours per week, week. So, but we would need 10 weeks, right?
10 weeks, okay.
Yeah. So 2.5 months. Okay.
So, ma'am, I think that we can increase our pace. Like you can speed up the teaching.
because it's quite easy.
Yes, we will speed it up. Okay. So we'll finish chapter 1 today for sure. So tomorrow, tomorrow we don't have class. Next weekend, we will have a good intense session. Okay. So I don't want to start too intense in the first session itself, but we will have to anyways pick up pace because it's a weekend batch. We cannot afford to go slow. Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you all. Let's break for 15 minutes. Hi, everybody. Have you all back? Okay, great. Right. Okay. Avantika, Isha, Srivalli, Shivika, please turn on your video. Let us start.
Yeah.
All right. So let us start with the first chapter. First chapter is the nature, source, and purpose of management information. Okay. So we're going to understand what's the nature of management information, the source of it, where are we getting the management information, and what's the purpose of these information. Okay, so that's what we are going to understand. Now, the chapter begins with introducing us to cost accounting and management accounting. We've already done the intro for these areas. So I'll just quickly read it. You just follow me. Cost and management accounting exists to assist management in running the business in ways that will improve the performance of the business. Correct? Cost accounting and management accounting are terms that are used interchangeably. However, cost accounting is a part of management accounting. They are not the same thing. Cost accounting mainly deals with preparing budgets, cost data collection, applying cost to inventory, applying cost to products, services. Okay. Whereas management accounting deals with all this and more. Okay. Now, management accounting is mainly concerned with providing information to managers. Yeah. There are five purposes of management accounting. Okay. Yes, of course. Broadly speaking, it deals with providing information for management decision making. But it has five major purposes. One is costing. Okay. So we know costing becomes a major part of management accounting.
You are not audible.
I'm not audible. Is it? Now? Am I audible?
Yeah, I can hear.
How long was I not audible? From the beginning?
Ma'am, you're audible for me.
Okay.
I'm not sure whether it's my internet connection and yours.
All right. Okay, no issues. So let us continue. So we know costing is a major part of management accounting. So we know about that. Then planning. What's planning? It's basically planning is done through creating budgets, correct? So planning is also one of the major parts. So planning, control, and decision making. These are three crucial aspects of management accounting. Okay. So planning, control, and decision making. Now, when we talk about planning, it's not just about creating a budget. Right? What goes into planning, guys? See, a plan starts with setting an objective, setting a goal. Without setting a goal, you cannot start planning, isn't it? Agree? So you have to choose what goal to pursue. First is that. Okay. And then you'll have to analyze your environment. You want to do ACCA, and then you analyze your internal situation, external situation, everything. Whether everything is in favor of you pursuing the goal. Is there any challenges? Is there any threats? There are opportunities? What are the strengths? What are the weaknesses? Analyze the internal and external environment, right? Then you come up with various ways to achieve the goal, correct? Yeah. So there are many ways to. For example, if you take an organization probably has an objective of increasing the profits by 25% in the next 2 years' time. Okay. Now, the objective is to increase profit by how much? 25% in what time period? In 2 years. It's a clear plan. It's a clear objective. Sorry, it's not a plan. It's a clear objective. How do you achieve it? You do your internal analysis, external environmental analysis. Okay. So understand your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Understand the market, understand the competitors, understand the economic situation of the country. Understand everything. Now, you come up with possible ways to achieve the plan. Do you want to do rigorous marketing, stimulate demand and increase your profit that way? Or do you want to differentiate, add more differentiated products to your product line, like Horlicks? They have Mother's Horlicks, Women's Horlicks, Junior Horlicks, Horlicks Light. There are many differentiated products, right? To attract different segments of the market. So when you have differentiated products to attract different segments, that way also you can increase the market share, you can increase the profits, right? Okay. So product line expansion, okay. Market share, increase in market share, or you can diversify into related industries, okay. So like Samsung was a groceries retailer in Korea. Can anyone believe it? They were into groceries, right? And now they are into electronics. They are leading players in mobile phone manufacturing and sales, right? So they diversified into different industries. Reliance has diversified its portfolio. They are into construction, IT, telecommunications, retail, everything. So you can increase profits through diversification. You can increase profit through market expansion. You are operating in Mumbai market only, expand into Delhi, expand into the Hyderabad market. So there are many ways in which you can increase your profits or achieve your goal. Now you can only choose any one of it. Okay. So these ways of achieving the goals are known as strategies. What are strategies? Approaches to achieve the goal. You come up with possible strategies. You analyze each and every strategy. Depending upon your circumstance, you choose the most appropriate strategy that will work for you and implement the strategy. How do you implement the strategy? That's when you create a budget. Correct. So now I am going to expand into 2 more new markets. I'm right now in Mumbai. I will open a branch in Hyderabad. I'll open another branch in Delhi. So this way, I'm going to increase my sales and profits. This is the strategy you have adopted. Put it in a proper plan. Create a budget. Okay, how much do you want to produce and sell in each market? How much of resources you require? How much of material, labor, staff, financial resources? How much would you require? Put it in a budget. And then you have a plan. You start implementing it. Okay, everybody starts working towards it. The entire organization, employees. Record the actual results. Then compare the budget with compare the actual with the budget. That's when you are exercising control. Correct? So you're comparing your actual with the budget to have control over your performance. Correct? Monitoring the progress. Okay. Evaluating your actual against the budget. That's control exercise. Understanding the deviation. Taking corrective to improve the performance for the upcoming period. All these are corrective control actions. Okay. So in these, whatever steps I told you, setting objectives, analyzing the environment, coming up with identifying possible strategies, choosing the appropriate strategy, implementing the strategy to creating a plan. Okay. Monitoring the actual progress against the plan, actual performance against the plan. Taking corrective action. These are the steps I have just told you. Okay. So, till implementing the plan, it's called planning. Okay. All right, so these are planning. These are control exercise. You're monitoring the actual against the plan, taking corrective action is the control. Where is decision making here? Can you identify where exactly decision making is happening here?
Choosing the appropriate strategy.
Very good. Choosing the appropriate strategy is nothing but decision. Setting the objective, you're deciding which objective to pursue. A decision. Correct? Taking corrective action, you are deciding which action, what kind of corrective action to implement. Decision. Don't you think decision making is embedded in planning and control as well? Correct? So it's all about planning, control, and decision making. We understand now. When we look at this term planning, we don't just think about budget. We think about this entire process, correct? Yeah. All right. So management accounting basically helps in these things. In this entire exercise, management accounting information is much required. Assistance is much required. Okay, right from setting the objective to evaluating the strategies, implementing it with a proper plan, recording and, recording the actual, assessing the deviations, taking corrective action. Everything is management accounting only. Okay. Now, lastly, we have performance measurement. As I told you, we need to measure performance in each and every area to improve the business performance. And that's the ultimate goal of management accounting, to improve the effectiveness and efficiency of business and to maximize profits in the long run. Okay. So that is about the 5 purposes of management accounting. Okay, this example you can go through on your own. Okay. So planning, decision, control, they are just giving you relating planning, decision making, and control with this example. Okay. Now, coming to the difference between management accounting and financial accounting. Okay. See, I told you financial accounting is legally required. Correct? FA and MA. So there is a statutory requirement to prepare all the financial accounting reports called financial statements. Okay. So it's mandated. This is not mandated. Okay. That is one major difference. Okay. Next, I told you the users for FA are external. Financial accounting users are external, like shareholders, customers, suppliers, bankers, government, finance providers, press, media, competitors, external. Management accounting, internal users. What is the purpose of financial accounting? To report on the financial performance and position. Now, what do you mean by financial performance and position? What is the difference between financial performance and financial position? Any idea?
Maybe financial performance is how much the company is performing better or worse than the last financial years. And the financial position is where does the company stand overall in the competition.
Okay, good try. Appreciate it. See, financial performance is your P&L, profit or loss account, wherein you understand how good or bad the company has performed. Correct? So you look at the profitability that reflects the performance of the company during a particular period. Correct? So financial performance is your P&L, profit or loss account. Okay? It tells you what is the financial performance of the company, profitability of the company during a period.
And ma'am, what do we compare it to? Do we compare it to last year's P&L or quarterly P&L? How does it work?
We can compare it with it is during a period, okay? During a 6-month period or a 12-month period, 1 year. Okay, you can compare it with previous 1 year. You can compare it with your competitors' profitability. Okay, you can compare it with the industry average. What is the industry growth rate? What's the industry growth rate in terms of revenue? What's the net profit margin for the average net profit margin in the industry, gross profit margin in the industry? So you can compare it with your competitors, with your industry average, or with your previous performance. Most often we compare it with previous performance, and we also reference it with industry average. Okay. But here, financial performance is basically reflected in the P&L, and P&L is prepared for a particular period. Correct? It is for a particular period. Okay. Whereas financial position is where you stand financially with regard to the financial position or where the business is. Okay. Now, if we ask about your financial position, what would you say? As of today, I have this much of cash, bank balance. I have this much of outstanding loan. I also have a house in my name. So this is my financial position, correct? So you're talking about your assets, liabilities, your cash and bank balance, this loans and stuff. It is your position as of today. It is not for a period at all. Okay, you don't say my financial performance during this 1 year period. You can't say like that. As of today, what is your assets? What are your liabilities? That is your financial position. Okay, so your balance sheet is prepared as on a particular date. It is never for a period. Okay, so balance sheet reflects financial position. It is prepared as on a particular date, as on 31st March 2024, as on 31st December 2025, whatever. Okay. Financial performance is for the period, for the 12-month period ended 31st December 2024. Or for the 3-month period ended 31st March 2025. So that is for financial performance. So the purpose is here, financial accounting, the purpose is to report on the financial performance and position of the business. Okay. To external stakeholders. For management accounting, the purpose is to help management decision making. Okay. For financial accounting, there is a format. We have Companies Act. Companies Act neatly says what should be the format for financial accounting reports. Balance sheet, where it should start with equities, or it should start with assets. Assets means it should start with non-current assets, then go to current assets. So this is how it should be serially numbered. There is a proper prescribed format that needs to be followed by every organization when they are reporting on the financial performance. Okay. Yes, there is a format. Management accounting, there is no format at all. You can follow any format that you think will increase the readability and understandability of the report. There is no format absolutely required. Okay. Then, nature of information. So in financial accounting, you use only financial information. Now, what are financial information? Your revenues, expenses, cost, assets, liabilities, receipts, payments, everything is financial information, financial data. Everything is in monetary terms, meaning you are expressing every information in units of currency. But in management accounting, you use both financial and non-financial information. Can you give some examples of non-financial information, please? Any examples of non-financial information?
Variance analysis.
Variance analysis is financial only. You're looking at the difference between budgeted and actual revenues. Difference between budgeted and actual cost. Cost and revenues are financial. Yes?
Ma'am, what about performance
Labor
of
turnover.
employees?
Performance of employees. Yes, Arya?
Labor turnover, ma'am.
Labor turnover, very good.
Materials, inventory.
Inventory levels, very good. So inventory levels are in units. How many units of inventory do you have? How many units do you need to order? These are not financial information. These are not in currency terms. Number of
Work environment.
Which one, Manad?
Work environment or happiness for employees?
Happiness of employees, very good. Employee satisfaction level, customer satisfaction level, product quality, number of meals served in the canteen, what's the labor turnover ratio, number of absenteeism at work, what's the productivity rate, what is the efficiency of laborers. Everything is non-financial only.
Ma'am,
All
can you
these
just
information.
explain labor turnover?
What is
Work in progress?
work in progress level of inventory, yes. So labor turnover is nothing but the number of employees leaving the what rate employees are leaving the organization. Okay. So how do you calculate it? You take the number of employees leaving the organization. Okay. Number of jobs that are vacant that needs to be replaced. Take all those jobs divided by average number of employees. So that's the percentage of labor turnover ratio. Okay, labor are turning, the rate of labor turnover is that much. If it is too high, it's not good for the company. If it's too less, it is good. Okay, that means employees are happy. The company is able to retain the employees. Now, so all these are examples of non-financial information, correct? So in management accounting, we not only look at financial information, we also look at all these non-financial information because these are much required to improve the business effectiveness and reach the long-term goals. Just profits will not guarantee long-term success. Quality of product, employee satisfaction, customer satisfaction, all these are equally important for long-term success of the business. Hence, it uses financial and non-financial information. Okay. And orientation. Financial accounting only takes historic data. Correct? It reports on the past only. It doesn't look at the future at all. What has happened in the past? How much of profits in the past? What's the financial position in the past? Everything is past, historic. Whereas management accounting uses historic data to make future decisions. To make decisions for the future. Okay. So you collect historic data, analyze historic data, gather inferences. Using that, you make future decisions. So it is both historic as well as futuristic. Okay. So these are the major differences. We've covered everything. Okay. Everything that is there here in this table, I have summarized here. Okay. Any doubts so far? Clear, right? Simple. Now, moving on to 3 levels of planning. Okay. Now, we understand that planning is one of the main purpose of management accounting. Now, planning, we understood what are the steps that goes into planning. These are the steps. Now, this planning happens at various levels in the organization. Okay. So, what are those levels? 3 levels of planning. So, we have strategic planning. This is also known as corporate planning. And then we have tactical or middle level planning. Okay. Then there is operational level planning. Okay. Now, what is strategic or corporate planning? It deals with the overall organization. Any plan, if you think will affect every area of organization, that is corporate plan or strategic plan. Let's say a plan to launch a new product. Now, this is going to affect your production department. They have to produce a new product. They will have to make available the required production technology, resources. It will affect your sales department. They'll have to have resources to sell the new product, come up with sales strategies to sell the new product. Marketing department should come up with appropriate marketing strategies for the new product. Finance department has to plan the financial resources required for the new product, everything. So all departments are going to be affected by this plan. This is a strategic plan. Has an impacts the entire organization. And this plan is long-term in nature. These are not short-term, these are long-term plans. Now, what is long-term differs from organization to organization, from industry to industry. Okay, for oil and gas industry, 10 to 20 years is long-term. For an FMCG organization and a company in the fast-moving consumer goods industry, some 2 to 5 years would be long-term. Okay, so what is long-term differs from business to business, industry to industry. Okay, but typically strategic plans are long-term in nature, affects the entire organization. Most often, I mean, it is always made by board of directors or the most senior levels of management. Okay, so board of directors are inherently part of strategic plans. Okay, so what kind of information is now required? See, this is fine, but as management accountants, we need to provide information for strategic planning purpose. What kind of information will you provide for strategic planning for to the board of directors? You provide highly summarized information. You include internal and external information in a highly summarized manner, because board of directors do not want detail. They don't want to know how many employees are absent today. They don't want to know what is the sales in absolute dollars. They want to know approximately what is the sales last 3 months, 3.5 million, that's it. But the sales is actually 3,586,921. Would you tell this figure to board of directors? No, you don't tell all this. You just say approximately it was 3.5 million. We have grown at 5% month-on-month growth. Okay, our major sales are from this particular market segment. Okay, and we are, seeing great prospects in this particular product going forward. This is what you tell to your board of directors in a report. This is a highly summarized, this is how a summarized report looks like. It should consist of internal information, and you're talking about market prospects, external information. So it should contain internal and external info. Okay. Now, coming to tactical and middle level planning. This is concerning a particular department or division or branch or outlet. So it doesn't affect the entire organization. And tactical plans aids achievement of top level or strategic plans. Okay, so tactical plans should help achieve the strategic plans, and these are short to medium term in nature, mostly devised by department or divisional managers. Okay, of course, board of directors will be approving these plans. Okay, so sometimes they might approve. Sometimes if the divisional manager has autonomous power granted, he will go ahead with implementing the tactical plan. Okay, and here, what kind of information is required? It is summarized, but not highly summarized. Okay, with sufficient detailing. Okay, summarized with sufficient detailing. Right? Example, I told you, marketing department coming up with a marketing plan for the new product launch. Marketing plan for the new product launch. That is a tactical plan. It only affects the marketing department, correct? Does it affect any other department? Marketing plan affects only marketing department. Okay, so that is a tactical plan that helps the launch of the new product, that helps the strategic plan in turn. Okay, it is devised by the marketing manager. It is short to medium term in nature. Okay, so that is about tactical planning. Okay, operational level planning. These are detailed plans for the day-to-day operations. Operations of the business. On a daily basis, for example, weekly sales targets for the sales executives. Weekly sales targets. It's an operational plan. You can also come up with a different example. Let's say designing the factory layout. Okay, you're launching the new product. You want to design the factory layout to produce the new product. Correct? What should be the layout of the factory to produce this new product? Don't you think that is related to operation? Correct? So that is an example of operational level planning. These are short term in nature. Mostly it is taken up by frontline managers, also called as operational level managers. Like supervisors, okay, operational level managers and stuff. Okay. They help achieve the tactical plans. Operational plans help tactical plans help strategic plans. Okay. And here, the reports are very detailed. As management accountants, your operational reports that you prepare are very, very detailed. It contains, every sale. If you are preparing a sales report for the month, it will include all the sales invoices. Okay. If you're preparing the a payroll for employees, it will include all details regarding how many days a particular employee has worked, how many days of absenteeism, okay, what is the loss of pay, everything, overtime, how much is the overtime, everything, very detailed, okay. So that is about the 3 levels of planning. Are we clear? Okay, so when a question is presented in front of you, where they're giving you an example plan, they're asking you to choose whether it is strategic, tactical, or operational. How will you choose? You will look at all factors, the time span that it, refers to. Is it long term or short term or medium term? Who is making the plan? Okay, to what extent does it impact the organization? Is it impacting the entire organization or one small part? Okay, so you will look at all these factors and then decide what kind of plan it is. Okay, don't ever jump into clicking, oh, it is only talking about short term, so I will click operational. No. Sometimes tactical plan can also be short term in nature. You need to understand the entire aspect surrounding the plan and then decide what it is. Yes, Sukli. Sukli?
मैम यस मैम, क्या मैं हिंदी में पूछ सकता ताकि क्लियर हो जाएगा थोड़ा?
Sukli, I unfortunately don't speak Hindi. I'm very bad at Hindi.
Okay, so I want to ask that if plan is
okay, you can ask in Hindi. There are a lot of others who know Hindi. Probably Mohanad or others. Somebody can help you out.
मैम मैं कहना चाह रहा कि अगर एक प्लान मतलब कोई पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट को अगर करेगा प्रॉब्लम, तो वो टैक्टिकल होगा, और अगर ज्यादा डिपार्टमेंट को करेगा तो उसको स्ट्रेटेजिक होगा. जैसे अगर क्वेश्चन बनेगा केस स्टडी, तो उसमें अगर मार्केटिंग भी होगा, सेल्स भी होगा, तो इसका मतलब वो स्ट्रेटेजिक है. अगर एक पर्टिकुलर मार्केटिंग को लेके होगा तो हम उसको टैक्टिकल करेंगे. ऐसे मतलब एमसीक्यू में डिफाइन ऐसे करेंगे, मतलब उसे सेलेक्ट.
Yeah, I think you're correct. So what you're saying is, if a plan affects many departments, that is strategic. If a plan affects only one department, that's tactical.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So that's about 3 levels of planning. Any more doubts here? Okay. They've given some examples, you see. New markets to enter, new products to develop. These are strategic plans. Your annual budget is a tactical plan. It revolves around a period of 1 year, which is short to medium term. Okay. And a budget is for every department. The sales budget, production budget, it's for every department. Okay. It talks about resource allocation to achieve the main plan, strategic plan. how much of resources are required for each department? How do we allocate it? Resource means human resource, financial resource, material resource, labor resource. Everything is budgeted in the budget. Correct? So it helps achieve strategic. It revolves around the span of 1 year. Okay, so all these are tactical. Operational, departmental work plan for the week is an operational plan. Okay. Right. Now,
Ma'am,
yes.
why short-term decision making and tactical level?
Tactical level can include short to medium term plans. Okay. It's not just looking at medium term, it can include short term plans as well. Short term decision making to lower the selling price to achieve higher sales. Okay. So this is a tactical plan. This is taken up by the departmental manager to boost the sales. It is not related to operation. Okay. You're going to provide promotional discount for this one month. Okay. Probably flat 20% off or buy one, get one free, whatever it is to boost sales. Suddenly you're looking at the dynamics of the market. Okay, this season, festive season, I will give some offers and discounts. It will boost my sales. It is a tactical decision. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right.
Ma'am, so the discount is mainly provided by the tactical level.
How? These kind of decisions regarding whether to lower the selling price, whether to offer discounts, all these are devised by the departmental managers. These are tactical plans.
Okay.
Operational level, very junior managers, they don't have power to make these decisions. Okay, right. Now you tell me what's the answer for this illustration. Which of the following activity is an example of tactical planning? A construction company decided to launch residential property in Australia in the next 5 years. A line manager delegates responsibility of ordering materials for the next week to his juniors. The design team of a construction company plans to change the layout of a building proposed next year.
C option.
C.
Option
B.
C. B.
No, ma'am, C.
C. A. See, construction company decided to launch residential property in Australia in the next 5 years. 5 years is a long term. Launching a residential property in a new market will affect every area of business. It impacts the entire organization. So this is strategic plan. A line manager delegating the responsibility of ordering materials for the next week is operational. You're talking about week. Week is very short term. You're talking about delegating material ordering to a junior. That is a operational level task. So that is operational plan. The design team of a construction company planning to change the layout of a building proposed next year. This is a tactical plan. Okay. It is affecting only the design team. Okay. Design department. Clear? Right. Now, moving on, we have just a few more pages. Okay, 4 or 5 more pages. We'll be done soon. Now, data. Okay. I told you accounting cannot be done without data, correct? So, what is data? Anything unprocessed, anything so raw, doesn't convey any meaning. Just a list of items, just a list of figures, just a raw list, unprocessed. Okay, that is data. All right, I'm just taking a list of students here with their names. Data. If I'm processing the data, analyzing the data, processing the data, I might say the total number of participants in the meeting was 26. It is after an analysis of summing up the data, that is an analysis that I'm doing. It is meaningful. It is an information. Total number of students is 26. Information, it's meaningful to the user. Okay. And if I say probably the average number of students in every class in a typical MA premium session is 25. That is an information. All this is after analyzing the data. Okay. So data is unprocessed. Information is processed data that is meaningful to the user. That's the only difference. Okay. All right. Right. Now, data can be divided into many types. Okay. The classification of data is discussed in the following chapter, but for some reason they have given it here also. You should not think I'm omitting it. So that's why I'm going to cover it. But I'm going to cover it in a little more extensive manner. I'll cover the entire chunk of data classification in the second chapter as well now. Okay. So how data is classified? You can classify data into primary, secondary. Part of it, what's primary data? You go and talk to your customers, understand about your feedback. You're collecting data from the source itself. That is primary. Okay. Collecting data from the source itself. Okay. Original source. You're close to the origin of the data. This is primary. Okay. Expensive, time consuming. Okay. But it will be accurate enough relatively. Okay. Secondary data is what you want to understand. You are looking at launching a, let's say, launching a business in your city, in your town. You're carrying out a market research through Google. You're understanding what's the population in the town, how many, what percentage of working population is there, what percentage of children are there, how many competitors are there. You're doing all this research on the internet. This is secondary data, internet research. Okay. Why is it secondary data? Internet contains data collected already for some other purpose, and they have put it in the internet as an article. Because you think it is relevant for your purpose, you're using it. You are not close to the origin of the data. Okay, so data is collected for some other purpose, but because you think it is relevant for your purpose, you're using it. That's why it's secondary data. Okay, so this is how you will differentiate primary and secondary. Okay, if the data is collected for original purpose, that is primary. Data collected for some other purpose, secondary. Okay. You can also classify data into quantitative, qualitative. Okay. What are quantitative data? Countable data, that's it. Revenues, the total amount of revenues generated in the previous month. Quantitative, you can quantify it. Okay, revenue is countable. But revenue is monetary, correct? It is in terms of currency. So it is monetary data, quantitative. Okay. You can also count the number of students in this class. That is also countable. But that is non-monetary. Okay. So number of learners in the meet. Okay. So anything that's countable is quantitative. Anything that is uncountable or unmeasurable is qualitative. Okay. Feedback from learners. Okay. Product quality. All these are qualitative data. You can also classify data into discrete and continuous. Now, what are discrete data? Discrete data means the various items in the data is in whole numbers. Items are in whole numbers. There is no fraction. For example, number of students in the class cannot be 27.5. It can be either 27 or 29. Okay? It should be a whole number. It cannot take on a fractional value. That is discrete data. If I say heights of students in the class, don't you think that can take on fractional value? Correct? Height can be 160 centimeter or 162.5 centimeter. It can be in decimals. Okay, so that is continuous data. Okay. Items take on fractional value. Now, for you to understand this easily, I'll tell you a difference. Discrete means there is a gap between 1 and 2. In continuous, no gap between 1 and 2. Meaning, between 1 and 2, you have 1.1, 1.2, okay, 1.11, 1.34, everything is there between 2 and 1. There is no gap. There is complete continuity between two numbers, 1 and 2. Okay, so that is about discrete and continuous data. So you classify data into primary, secondary, or quantitative, qualitative, discrete, and continuous. Are we clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Coming to attributes of good information. So good information, what are the qualities of good information? When you are, as a management accountant, responsible for preparing good information for management decision making, you should know what are the qualities of good information. It should be accurate first, meaning whatever information you provide should be accurate. It should not have inaccuracies. But doesn't mean you'll have to spend a whole lot of time to get into pointless accuracy. Okay? If you're providing information to board of directors, they need highly summarized information, but accurate. Meaning, should not contain any errors. It should be correct. It should take into account, if you're reporting on revenue, you should take into account all the major revenue transactions, sales transactions. Okay? In all the 12 months period. Okay? So accuracy to the purpose required is enough. Pointless accuracy is not required. Okay? You don't have to say the sales in absolute numbers with decimals. Okay? So pointless accuracy is not required. You will get questions like this. They'll give you 3 statements and they'll ask you which of it is incorrect. They will say data should be completely accurate to serve the purpose. Data should be understandable. Information should be understandable to the user. Information should be produced in a timely manner. Now, you might think all 3 statements are correct. Okay, but actually if you look deeper, first statement is not correct. First statement says the information should be completely accurate. That is not correct. Information should be accurate enough to serve the purpose. It need not be completely 100% accurate. Okay, so you should be able to understand and appreciate meaning to this extent. Then C stands for cost effectiveness. Whatever information you basically produce, the benefits of producing the information should be more than the cost. So cost effectiveness. Then another C is completeness. It should be complete. It should not leave out on any major data. U for understandability. It should be understandable by the user. You should not use technical jargons like, if you're providing a report to non-financial manager, like a marketing manager or a sales manager, you cannot use, high accounting jargons like residual income, the debt equity ratio, the residual income, return on capital employed, asset turnover. They will not understand a thing. So there is no purpose of you providing the report if you don't understand, if they don't understand. So understandability is very important. Keep it simple and understandable. Okay. paraphrase wherever required, put graphs or tables wherever required. So that is very important. Give a summary in the beginning. All these will improve the understandability. R for relevance. Whatever information we provide should be relevant for the decision. It should not be irrelevant. Okay. Then A for accessibility. Information should be accessible by the user at the right time. Okay. So meaning your manager asked for a report on the 30th. On the 30th, you go with the report. He's not there at the desk. They say he's traveling on business. What do? You send the report on email. It should be accessible to him on 30th, correct? You cannot put your report on his desk and walk away, right? So it should be accessible by the user at the right time. Then timeliness, T for timeliness. It should be prepared at the right time. If you're preparing a variance analysis report, as soon as the budget period ends, as soon as the budget quarter ends, immediately you should prepare variance report by comparing actual against the budget. You wait for 2 months after the end of the quarter. Ideally, it should be prepared on 31st March, but you're preparing variance analysis on the 31st May. How will it serve any purpose? There is no purpose, correct? You have to do it immediately, only then at least for the upcoming budget period, from April to June, you will be able to improve the performance, okay? So timeliness is important. Then, E for easy to use. Information should be easy to use by the user, okay? Clear, everybody? All right. Now.
Yes, ma'am.
Great. So mission statement, you can leave this. We will discuss about mission statement and performance measurement chapter towards the end. Okay. So for some reason it's given here, but we will discuss it towards the end. Responsibility accounting. The last part of the chapter. Responsibility accounting means what? It is identifying individual parts of a business which are the responsibility of a single manager. He has personal responsibility for that part of the performance, that part of the business. Meaning what? You are identifying individual areas where individual managers can be appointed as responsible people. Okay, they can be made responsible for that particular component of the business, particular department of the business. Okay. So like that, if we go by that definition, every department is a responsibility center. We have departmental managers responsible for the performance of that particular department. Correct? So every department is a responsibility center. Okay. A manager is responsible for it. Responsible means accountable. Accountable means answerable. Answerable for the performance of the department or division. Okay. Now, a department can be classified as a revenue center. Revenue center is a responsibility center. Okay. Revenue center means what? The departmental manager is responsible only for increasing the revenue. Example, sales department. Sales department manager is responsible only to increase sales. He is not responsible for controlling cost. So sales department is a revenue center. Clear? Now, a department can be classified as a cost center. For example, production department. Why cost center? The production manager is responsible primarily for controlling and reducing production related cost. He cannot do anything to increase sales. He is not a revenue center manager. He is a cost center manager. Clear? A department can be classified as a profit center also. For example, product A department. Okay, you have departments based on products. Product A is a department, product B is a department, product C is a department. Now, product A department's manager is responsible for maximizing the revenue of product A, minimizing the cost of product A, and maximizing the profit from product A. So he is responsible for profits. A profit center manager is basically responsible for revenues, cost, and profits. Correct? Yeah.
Ma'am, PDN is production.
PDN is production, yes. Okay. Then a department can be classified as...
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am. What is PDT, production department?
Yes, production department. I write it as production.
No, ma'am. PDT and PDN same? Is same?
Production department, product A department.
Just fun. Thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Krina.
Ma'am, can you please explain the cost center again?
Okay, cost center manager is responsible for controlling the cost only. He is not responsible for maximizing revenue. Okay, he is not expected to do anything with regard to revenue. He's only responsible for controlling cost, minimizing cost. Okay, come up with cost saving measures. Okay, so if he is able to minimize cost with regard compared to the previous period, he is taken as performing well. Okay, for example, production department cannot increase revenue because they do not have any rights in sales. Okay, their responsibility is only production. So they can only control production related costs like material cost, labor cost, production overhead cost. Okay, they can increase the productivity, increase the labor efficiency, thereby the total production cost they can reduce. Okay, so they are responsible if production cost goes very high. Okay, and if production cost is under control, they will be rewarded a bonus. So production department manager is basically a cost center manager. Production department is a cost center. Okay.
Ma'am, please explain this profit center again.
Yes. Yes.
Ma'am, so the salary wages are come under cost center.
Cost center only. Absolutely.
Okay.
Okay. Yes. So coming to Sukleen's question, profit center. Now, what is profit, Sukleen? Revenue minus cost is profit. So if you are a manager of a profit center, meaning let's say in your company, they are selling 3 products, product A, product B, product C. So each of the product is created as a division. Product A division has production department, sales department, marketing department for product A. Product B division, okay, product A division has production department, sales department, marketing department for product A. Then product B division is again all this. Okay. Now, Sukleen is a manager here for product A department. Sorry. Means what? Sukleen, you're responsible for maximizing the profits from product A. How will you maximize profit from product A? You'll have to look at maximizing revenue, minimizing cost, then only profit will increase. So, you are responsible for revenues, costs, and profits from product A. Understand, Sukleen?
Yes.
Now, a department can be classified as an investment center as well. What is an investment center? Wherein, let's say, division A, okay, or northern division. Okay, a divisional manager for North Division is responsible for his division, and his division is an investment center. That means he is responsible for revenues, cost, maximizing profits, and investing the surplus profits in profitable ventures, profitable opportunities to increase the return on investment for the division as a whole. Understand? Returns on investment. You want to employ the surplus profits in profitable opportunities so that, you know, more profits and more returns are generated for the company. So, let's say, no, North Division is an investment center. Okay. That means the manager's performance will be assessed based on looking at ROI. What is the return on investment? What is the return on investment? How do you calculate return on investment? Profit before interest and PBIT, interest and taxes, upon capital employed. What's the capital you have employed? That is your investment. Your capital you are employed is your investment. The profit generated using the capital is your return. Okay, you multiply it with 100. That is your return on investment. Correct. Okay, if the return on investment is say 30%, and the company has a target return of investment, target ROI of the company is 25%. The manager has managed to make a return of 30%. He has done very well. He will be given a bonus.
What is northern division again? Like when it includes everything, cost, revenue, investment, and profit, is it called northern division?
Northern division is, you are dividing the division based on the geography. In the northern side of the country, northern, let's say northern India, northern part of India, whatever the markets, whatever the products sold, whatever is the business done, the northern division manager is responsible for all the north market.
So ma'am, why have we included northern division in investment?
It's an example. See.
Ma'am.
So
Ma'am, instead of northern division, we can say southern division, eastern division.
Yes, you can say, you can, every division. See, northern division, southern division, eastern division, every division can be an investment center.
Yes, ma'am.
Because the divisional man, yes.
Yes, ma'am, please.
So the divisional manager is responsible for making autonomously. Okay, he's independently, he's responsible for making all the decisions regarding to selling price, sales strategies, promotion, cost. Okay, and he's also independent. Nobody can question him. He is free to invest the surplus profits. He can invest the surplus profits to buy a new machinery, advanced technology for production. He can invest the surplus profit to expand into a newer market in the north, in the northern area itself, in the northern geography itself. So he's free to do all that. How he will be controlled by the board of directors? Board of directors will not question on anything that he do. They will only look at his ROI. If the return on investment falls below 25%, they will question him. What have you done? Okay. Otherwise, he's all independent. Okay. So he is a manager of a investment center. Okay. That's why he's assessed on ROI. Whereas profit center manager is assessed based on net profit margin or gross profit margin. Okay, here it is return on investment, ROI. In cost center, you look at the cost to sales ratio. Okay, see, production cost is a percentage on sales revenue. Okay, so production cost as a percentage on sales revenue. What was it in the last month? What is it in the current month? Production cost by sales revenue. Correct? Or cost of goods sold by sales revenue. So you compare the cost to sales ratio of previous period and the current period and see whether the manager has performed well in controlling cost. Sales manager, you look at the revenue growth. Okay, is it 10% growth or 5% growth on month revenue or year-on-year revenue? So this is how you assess each center, responsibility centers manages performance. Yes, Ibrahim?
Yeah, so one doubt, it's relating to ROI. So for return on investment, it's a profit before interest and tax divided by capital employed.
Right.
Can we also write the formula as gross profit divided by the direct cost of production?
No, we cannot. So investment basically includes your total amount you have employed. It is not just the direct cost. What about your rent, which is an indirect cost? That is also from your capital only, no? What about the salaries you pay to supervisors? Capital, okay? So everything is a capital. So you take the total capital employed. Okay. So total capital employed and gross profit is just the profit from selling the product. Now, out of gross profit, you will have to pay for all the indirect expenses like, you know, sales department, salaries. You have to pay for administrative expenses. Everything you're doing it out of gross profit margin. Okay. So all those are also expenses. After deducting all the business expenses, what is the return? Okay, so that is your profit before paying tax and interest. Now we will talk about why we are deducting interest and tax later. We are going to understand all this, you know, in detail in the performance measurement chapter. Okay.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Yes, Arya, tell me.
Ma'am, the investment center managers will look upon the revenue, cost, profit, and then make a decision about the investment. So can
Yes.
we say that investment center is also a revenue, cost, and profit center too?
Of course, they are responsible for all these three as well, along with investment. But when we call the department, we call it as an investment center, not just a revenue center. That means it will manipulate. If we call it as a revenue center, that means he's only responsible for revenue. But if we call it as an investment center, it means he's responsible for revenue, cost, profits, and investments. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, Aisha, tell me.
Ma'am, the formula you have written on the screen, that is profit before interest and taxes upon capital employed, is the formula for ROCE.
ROCE, ROI, everything same only.
Okay, and ma'am, in the textbook, the example for investment center is subsidiary companies. Can you explain that?
Okay, I'll come to that. So, you are a big company. Now, you know, you have established a subsidiary in India. Through the Indian subsidiary, you are managing Indian business.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Now, Indian subsidiary is an investment center in a way. Now, subsidiary is, you know, performance assessed based on the return on investment, the return on capital employed. Okay. It is free to make all the sales decisions, cost related decisions, free to make profit, you know, adjust profit, everything is fine. But ultimately, we look at the return on investment of the subsidiary. It is an investment center. It has all the autonomy to run its business in any which way it wants, but the parent will monitor its return on investment.
Ma'am, ROCE, RI, and ROI are all the same thing.
RI is different. We'll come
What
to
does RI stand for?
RI stands for residual income. That we will see later at the end of this course. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, we will discuss performance measurement, everything in detail. For now, you just need to understand that these are the 4 types of responsibility centers and their performance is measured in this way. That's it. They are responsible for these things and this is how their performance is measured. That's it. Okay.
Also, ma'am, one last thing. So you are saying that cost center includes cost, revenue includes revenue, and profit.
Cost center includes only cost.
Yes, ma'am. Profit includes the profit, revenue, and cost. And investment includes all the 4 of them. That is revenue, cost, profit, and investment. Right?
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
Profit means profit is nothing but revenue minus cost. So
Yes,
profit center manager has to control revenue and cost so that he can control profit. Investment means return on investment is nothing but the return on whatever investment you make, and the investment in turn is your profit, surplus profit. Return on surplus profits. And profits in turn is revenue minus cost.
And that is why investment includes everything. So if there is a question which includes only revenue and cost, then we can choose the option profit. But if it also includes investment, then it has to be investment.
Correct. Exactly. Yes, Bushra.
Ma'am, I have no doubt. Actually, Aisha.
Okay. All right. Cool. No issues. That is about the first chapter.
Ma'am, in the first chapter, we have limitations of management information as well.
Okay. All right. I will cover it. So, see, look at this. The performance of a manager of a division is based on revenue, cost, and investment in working capital, non-current assets. What is this?
Investment center, because it includes
Investment center.
investment.
Correct. Revenue, cost, and investment. So, investment center. Okay. Now, what are the limitations of management accounting information? Whatever information we provide, if it is not satisfying the accurate criteria, the decision based on the investment will become ineffective or failure. Correct. Poor information will affect the decisions, and in turn, it will affect the organization's success. When we're making a decision, we'll have to consider only the relevant cost and revenues. What are relevant cost and revenues? We will discuss in detail. But in layman's terms, any cost and revenue that is incurred as a result of you going for the decision is relevant cost and revenue. Any cost that you're already incurring, irrespective of whether you go for the decision or not, is not relevant. You're already paying anyways rent for the office. Whether you launch a new product or not doesn't matter. You're already paying rent. Now, this existing rent you're paying is not relevant for your decision of launching a new product. You're launching a new product. Because you're launching a new product, you need additional space. So you need you're hiring extra space from your landlord. For that, you're paying additional $200 rent. That additional $200 rent is a relevant cost for your product decision. Okay. So this is in simple terms. So we should be able to identify the relevant cost and revenues. Okay. If we don't, then decision will become incorrect. We are only looking at financial information most often in decision making. But non-financial information like customer satisfaction, product quality, all these need to be given equal weightage. Only then the decision will be effective. In management accounting, okay, if we don't give equal importance to non-financial information, the decision will be impacted. External environment, we most often tend to look internally and we forget to look at the external environment like economic environment, legal and political environment, market, and demographic, social factors and stuff. In that case, the decision will not be a profound decision because external factors will have bearing on the business. It will affect the business, it will affect the demand, it will affect the success of the business. It is important that we monitor the external factors also. So these are all that's what they are saying. For example, an ice cream store is preparing its purchase order for ice cream based on last month's sales. That is how a management accountant will do. He'll take last month's sales. He'll see how much has been sold in the last month. Accordingly, he will place the order for the next month. However, it has suddenly started to snow. It looks like ice cream won't sell. But the ice cream store is still ordering the ice cream because last month's sales were high. Now they're only focusing on internal information, last month's sales. They're ignoring the season outside. Okay. That means whatever ice cream they order, they will have to just scrap it. It will be a loss if it is not getting sold. Correct. So that is about the limitations of management information. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So to summarize in this chapter, we have seen we understood what's cost accounting, what's management accounting. We understood 5 purposes of management accounting: costing, planning, control, decision-making, performance measurement. Okay. We understood the difference between financial accounting and management accounting. We understood the 3 levels of planning: strategic, tactical, and operational. We understand classification, what is data and what's information. Classification of data as primary and secondary, quantitative, qualitative, discrete, and continuous. We looked at the qualities of good information. We understood responsibility centers, responsibility accounting. Then lastly, we understood limitations of management accounting information. With that, we're done with first chapter. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts, any questions before
No.
No, ma'am.
All right.
Yeah.
Mission statement.
Yes, Jane.
We also have a mission statement topic in
Which
Mission statement.
question statement? Okay, you want me to go through the question statements?
No, ma'am, mission statement, she's saying.
Mission statement I will cover later, I told you, no? So it is covered performance measurement, last chunk. It is not relevant in the first chapter. Okay, mission needs to be discussed along with vision, objectives and stuff. Here, they're only discussing mission. You don't have to worry about it. I'll anyways cover it towards the end. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Ari, tell me.
Ma'am, will you share those notes to us on WhatsApp?
What I'll do, at the end of every weekend, on Sunday evening or Monday morning, I'll upload it to the LMS. You can download it from LMS.
Okay.
All right.
Ma'am, what is the difference between non-financial and non-monetary information?
Non-financial information and non-monetary information are same.
Okay.
Why we are not using Zell LMS? You are using Zell LMS. You guys have access to LMS, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that I have not logged into LMS. I've just downloaded the book, that's it. But I am using the book in the LMS only. This is the same book you have in the LMS. Okay.
I'm actually in my LMS. I cannot see the that MA one. I don't know. I just joined using the meeting code that was given.
You have to get in touch with your mentor or whoever from the CS team. You have your contact in.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Ma'am, could you share the book? Because even I don't have the access to the LMS. I have access to the LMS, but I don't have access. I'm not enrolled into this subject.
Everything, all non-academic questions, just tomorrow, Monday, get in touch with your customer service support team. Get it sorted. Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
sure. And all of you, please read chapter number 1. Try to do the chapter back questions, all of the questions. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can shoot an email on this email ID, zellfaculty7@gmail.com.
Ma'am, how much are we aiming to complete tomorrow so that we can read it prior?
Tomorrow we don't have a session. Monday, no?
Oh, sorry.
Next session is on Saturday.
Yes.
Saturday we will cover 2 chapters, next 2 chapters.
Okay, so it will be
Data analysis.
Sources and analysis of data, and summarizing analysis and analysis data, right?
These 2 will cover next class. Okay. All right. So for all your doubts, zellfaculty7@gmail.com is the email ID. Shoot all your doubts here along with your phone number. If needed, I'll call you and clarify the doubts. I prefer calling and clarifying the doubts. So please attach your phone number. Okay, in the email.
Ma'am, can we ask on a WhatsApp?
We encourage email communication, but if required, if the doubt is too complex to explain on email, you can always WhatsApp.
Okay.
So yes, because on WhatsApp, I don't have a track. Sometimes I open the message, I'll be like, I'll reply afterwards. Then it will get submerged in all the chats and you will not get a reply from me. And that might not help you. So I prefer to have it on email. Okay. This way I know whether I have addressed the email or not. Okay.
Ma'am, is Z capital?
Yes.
Is it Z capital? In Zell faculty 7, is Z capital?
Email, it's not case sensitive. No. You can put small or capital, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's the email ID. Okay. All right. So all of you read first chapter. Do all the chapter back questions in first chapter. Next weekend, we will cover the next 2 chapters, which first chapter is complete theory. Second chapter will start with practical questions. Okay. It will be an intensive session going forward. I want all of you to have light food, not sleep, because the timing is very odd, 2 to 5. I understand it's soon after your lunch, that too on weekends. Okay, nappy time. So all of you ensure that you eat your lunch by 12:30. If you want to nap, finish it by 1:30. Wash your face, get freshen up and sit with your notes, sit with your pen and calculator for all our upcoming classes. It is very important that you carry a notebook, pen and a calculator and sit upright and focus. Okay. This subject is not familiar. It really requires a good deal of effort from your end. Okay. It is not very, very easy, like you might have expected it to be. Okay. So it's important that we take it seriously from day one. Okay. All right. And every word that I say is important. You will have to focus. Okay. No getting distractions or getting distracted. Switch off your phone if possible. Okay. All these instructions I'm providing at the first day, on the first day itself, so that we have a smooth journey. Otherwise, even if one or few are lagging behind, we might have to slow down to address their issues. Okay. I don't want any of it happening. Everybody should be on the same page. No one should lag behind. Okay. Everybody should work together, accomplish the targets during the weekdays, because you have 5 days time. Okay. You can very well cover it. Okay. Understand? This MA should be your priority on your plate from today onwards. Okay. Prioritize MA so that in the next 2 months we can get done with this. You can forget it. Okay. All right. So this is your short-term goal. All right. So prioritize it, work for it. Thank you all. See you next week, next weekend. Bye-bye.
Yes, thank you.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
You guys. Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.